All right, so today we're diving deep into AI.
Uh-huh.
But not just any AI. We're looking at projects that are
Okay.
making a real difference.
Yeah.
Like real social impact.
Yeah.
We've been combing through all sorts of AI communities,
Right.
like Reddit and Twitter and Discord, and I
Nice.
think you're going to be really impressed by some of the stuff we found.
I'm excited to hear it.
Okay, so first up,
Yeah.
let's talk about OpenScholar.
Okay.
So imagine
Yeah.
you're a researcher and maybe you're working somewhere
Yeah.
that doesn't have access to like those huge, expensive scientific databases.
Right.
And you have this research question.
Yeah.
But, sifting through mountains of papers to find the answer
Oh, yeah. It's daunting.
is super daunting.
Yeah.
So that's where OpenScholar comes in.
Okay.
It's like having a superpowered research assistant.
Interesting.
It can dive into all that research and pull out accurate cited answers.
So it's like giving everyone access to that kind of high-level research.
Exactly. Get this.
Yeah.
It's actually been shown to be more accurate in scientific research
Really?
than even GPT-4.
Wow.
So it's not just convenient. It's also like really good.
That's impressive.
Plus, it's constantly refining its results.
So it's always getting smarter.
Always getting smarter through a self-feedback loop.
That's cool.
And the best part,
Yeah.
it's freely available on Hugging Face.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So researchers all over the world can access it.
Yeah, that's huge for researchers in smaller institutions.
Totally levels the playing field.
I love that.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
What if we could harness the power of like thousands of computers? Thousands all over the world to train a single AI model.
Okay.
That's what Intellect T1 is all about.
Right.
It's a 10 billion
Wow.
parameter AI model.
Okay.
But it's the way it was trained that's revolutionary.
So how do they do it?
It's like a massive global scientific collaboration. Have you heard of those projects where they like crack the code of protein folding?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like that, but for AI.
Okay, so it's a distributed approach.
Exactly.
So why is that so important?
Well, it allows researchers from all over the world to pool their resources and tackle problems that would be like impossible for any one institution to handle alone.
That makes sense.
Plus, the data set they use for Intellect T1, it's going to be released soon.
Oh, wow.
So that could spark like a whole new wave of open source innovation.
It's like opening up a treasure trove of data.
It really is.
That's exciting.
Okay, so we've talked about research.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about video creation.
Okay.
We all know how time-consuming video editing can be.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But what if you could create high-quality videos in minutes using just your regular computer?
That would be amazing.
That's the promise of LTX Video.
LTX Video.
It's an open-source video generation model.
Interesting.
And it's designed to be super user-friendly.
Nice.
Especially when it's combined with a comfy UI platform.
Okay.
And it's capable of producing real-time video at 24 frames per second.
Wow, that's fast.
With a resolution of 768 by 512.
It's pretty high quality.
And even more impressive.
Yeah.
It works smoothly even on computers with limited VRAM.
Really?
The developers have used some really clever techniques to optimize performance.
So you don't need a supercomputer
Exactly.
to create these videos.
You don't.
That's a game changer.
So think about the possibilities for like educators, artists, small businesses.
Yeah, anyone who wants to create engaging video content.
Exactly. Without needing like a ton of technical expertise.
Right.
Okay, so we've got AI that can research, collaborate, and create videos with incredible speed.
Right.
But can it solve complex problems like ChatGPT?
Good question.
That's what Alibaba Group is aiming for with Marco 1.
Marco 1.
Their open source answer to ChatGPT o1.
Okay.
What sets Marco 1 apart is its problem-solving approach.
So how does it approach problems?
It utilizes these really interesting techniques called chain of thought fine-tuning.
Chain of thought.
And Monte Carlo tree search.
Monte Carlo tree search, those sound pretty complicated.
They do sound complicated.
Yeah, can you break those down for us a little?
Sure. So chain of thought fine-tuning basically helps the AI, I think, step by step.
Okay.
Like it's solving a puzzle. Instead of just spitting out a quick answer, it goes through like a more deliberate reasoning process.
Interesting.
And then Monte Carlo tree search is a method for exploring lots of different possibilities.
Okay.
And choosing the best path to a solution.
So it's like giving the AI strategic thinking skills.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
It's moving beyond just recognizing patterns to actually strategizing.
Yeah.
And making decisions based on like a deeper understanding
That's amazing.
of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least,
All right.
let's dive into the world of coding.
Coding.
Can an open source AI actually outperform models that are specifically designed for coding?
I'm curious.
That's the question everyone's asking about DeepSeek R1 Lite.
DeepSeek R1 Lite.
It's an open source AI from China
Okay.
that's making waves in the coding community.
Making waves? How so?
So it actually took part in a coding competition,
Oh, wow.
and it blew the competition away.
Really?
It managed to solve 4 out of 7 problems.
That's impressive.
And it even beat out Qwen 2.5 Coder.
And Qwen is specifically designed for code generation.
Right.
So for DeepSeek to beat that is pretty significant.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It shows just how rapidly open source AI is advancing.
Absolutely.
And for developers,
Yeah.
this is a game changer.
In what way?
Imagine having an AI tool that can not only generate code,
Right.
but also help you solve complex coding problems.
So it's like having an AI pair programmer.
It really is.
That's amazing.
It could fundamentally change how software is developed.
That's a really exciting thought.
It really is. Well, on that note, I think we're going to take a quick pause,
Okay.
but don't go anywhere. We've got even more
Right.
groundbreaking AI projects to explore when we come back.
I'm looking forward to it. So many of these projects are just pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Now it's really exciting.
Especially when it comes to,
Yeah,
like real world challenges.
totally. And speaking of pushing boundaries,
Okay.
let's talk about Tulu 3.
Tulu 3.
You know how so much groundbreaking research
Yeah.
is locked behind those expensive scientific journals?
Yeah. It's a huge problem.
It's like access to knowledge shouldn't be a privilege.
Absolutely.
Well, Tulu 3 is trying to change that.
Okay.
It's a family of models
Okay.
developed by the Allen Institute for AI
Mm-hmm.
based on Llama 3.1.
Okay.
And it's designed to make research more accessible.
So how does it do that?
One of the key things about Tulu 3 is its speed.
Speed.
It's 2.5 times faster than its predecessor, Tulu 2,
Wow. That's significant.
which means researchers can get answers to their queries
Yeah.
much more quickly.
Makes sense because in research time is of the essence.
Absolutely. And it's not just fast.
Yeah.
It's also been carefully fine-tuned
Okay.
to make sure it's reliable and safe to use.
So how do they fine tune it?
They used a bunch of different techniques, like supervised fine-tuning, direct preference optimization,
Okay.
and reinforcement learning.
Those are some serious methods.
I know they really wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that this AI was accurate
Yeah.
and aligned with like what we wanted to do.
Makes sense.
But the best part,
Yeah.
the Allen Institute for AI is all about open science.
Okay.
So they made all the resources for Tulu 3.
All the resources.
Data sets, model checkpoints, everything
Wow.
publicly available.
That's incredible.
It really opens up
Yeah.
the possibilities for collaboration and innovation.
Absolutely. Researchers from all over the world
Yeah.
can build upon each other's work and contribute to like a shared pool of knowledge.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears again.
Okay.
This time we're talking about something every developer out there
Yeah.
can relate to.
What's that?
Bugs.
Bugs. Oh, yeah.
We've all been there,
For sure.
staring at a screen full of code,
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out why something isn't working.
Yeah. It's the worst.
It's so frustrating.
And time consuming.
Super time consuming.
Ugh. It's definitely one of the less glamorous parts of software
Yeah,
development.
no, right?
It's essential.
It is essential.
Yeah.
Well, ByteDance has developed an AI called Mars Code Agent
Mars Code Agent.
that's specifically designed to make this process easier.
Okay, so how does it work?
Imagine having an AI
Yeah.
that can automatically find and fix bugs
Automatically.
in your code.
Wow. That sounds almost too good to be true.
I know it does sound like magic,
Yeah.
but it's not just a fantasy.
Okay.
Mars Code Agent has achieved really impressive results
Okay.
on the SWE Bench Lite benchmark,
SWE Bench Lite.
which is like a standard test
Oh,
for evaluating how well an AI can debug code.
So it's like a standardized test for AI debugging skills.
Exactly. And it's proving to be incredibly effective
Nice.
at identifying and correcting errors.
So how does it actually do that?
Well, the developers have really focused on teaching Mars Code Agent
Yeah.
how to pinpoint the exact location
Okay.
of an error in the code.
So it's not just randomly changing things.
No, it's like it knows exactly where to look.
Right, because you can't fix something if you don't know where it is.
Exactly. It's like an AI detective,
I like that, an AI detective.
tracking down those elusive bugs.
That's a cool way to think about it.
So is this the end of debugging as we know it?
I don't know about that.
Will developers never have to pull their hair out
Yeah.
over a stubborn bug again?
Well, I think while Morse code agent is a huge step forward, there are still challenges.
Okay.
You know, AI is great at finding and fixing those simple bugs.
Yeah.
But those really complex errors,
Right.
the ones that keep you up all night,
Oh, yeah.
those are still tricky.
Yeah, those are tough.
The next frontier is developing AI that can tackle those really tough problems
Okay.
and integrate seamlessly into the way developers already work.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
It really is.
From debugging to voice interaction.
Okay.
Or interacting with technology in more and more natural ways.
Absolutely. Voice interaction is becoming so important. It makes technology more accessible and intuitive.
I agree.
Yeah.
And LangGraph is taking it to the next level.
LangGraph. Okay.
By adding voice recognition
Oh, wow.
to their AI agents.
So you can actually talk to your AI.
Exactly. Imagine being able to talk to your AI.
Yeah.
Just like you would to a human assistant.
Like having your own personal Jarvis.
It really is like having your own Jarvis.
That's cool.
And the implications are huge.
Yeah, how so?
Especially when you think about accessibility.
Okay.
Imagine people with disabilities being able to control their devices entirely with their voice.
Right,
or students being able to interact with AI tutors in a much more natural way.
That would be amazing.
It's all about breaking down those barriers.
Yeah.
And making technology work for everyone.
I love that.
Now, before we move on to our final project,
Okay.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
What do you think about AI and humor?
AI and humor. That's an interesting one.
There's been a lot of buzz about this lately.
I've seen that. Yeah.
You know, we know that AI can generate text
Yeah.
that looks like a joke,
Mm-hmm.
but can it really understand humor?
That's the question.
Humor is so nuanced.
Yeah.
It relies on context, shared experiences,
Yeah.
even things like tone of voice.
It's like when your dad tries to tell a joke.
Exactly. You might laugh out of politeness,
Yeah.
but it's not exactly stand-up comedy material.
Right. It's just missing that something.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of debate in the AI community about whether AI can truly grasp humor
Right.
or if it's just mimicking patterns
Yeah.
without real understanding.
Without that deeper understanding.
Some people find it amusing. Other people see it as like a reminder
Yeah.
of how far AI still has to go.
It definitely highlights the complexity of what it means to be human.
It really does.
Yeah.
Maybe one day AI will be able to crack the code of humor.
Maybe one day.
But for now,
yeah.
It's a good reminder that AI, for all its advancements, is still in its early stages.
I agree. There's so much we still don't understand about how the human mind works.
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to something as subjective as humor.
Totally. Okay. On to our final project for this segment.
All right.
We've seen some incredible open source AI.
We have.
But the question remains.
What's that?
Can these projects really compete with the big players?
Okay.
Like ChatGPT.
That is the question.
Well, Alibaba Group is certainly aiming for that with Marco 1.
Marco 1, didn't we talk about that earlier?
We did. Remember those techniques we talked about?
Yeah.
Chain of thought fine-tuning and Monte Carlo tree search. Marco 1 uses those two.
Oh, interesting. So it's not a coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence at all.
Okay.
These techniques are becoming like increasingly popular in the AI community.
I can see why.
For a reason.
Yeah.
They're proving to be incredibly effective at enhancing the reasoning and decision-making capabilities of AI models.
So it's like a convergence of great minds.
It really is.
Yeah.
All arriving at similar solutions.
That's cool. It speaks to the power of collaboration.
It does.
And the open exchange of ideas in the AI community.
Absolutely. And it suggests that these techniques hold a lot of promise for developing AI that can solve real-world problems in a more intelligent and nuanced way.
I love how everything seems to be connected.
Me too. Okay, so what makes Marco 1 stand out?
Yeah, what sets it apart?
How is it being used in the real world?
Well, that's what we'll explore in the next segment.
Okay.
Marco 1 is being applied to a variety of fascinating projects.
Oh, cool. Like what?
From healthcare to urban planning. It's a great example of how open source AI is pushing the boundaries of what's possible. So we were talking about Marco 1 and how...
Yeah, how it's being used in the real world.
Exactly like in healthcare.
Healthcare.
Researchers are really interested in how it can be used to analyze medical data.
Okay.
Identify patterns, potentially even assist with diagnoses.
Wow. So like an AI doctor?
Kind of. It's still early stages, but it's exciting to think about.
Yeah. Early and accurate diagnosis can make all the difference.
Absolutely. And it's not just about diagnosing diseases.
Okay.
Marco 1 is also being used to develop personalized treatment plans.
Oh, wow.
So taking into account like the patient's unique genetic makeup,
Oh, okay.
lifestyle, other factors.
So it's like tailoring treatments to each
Well,
individual.
exactly. It's all about precision medicine.
That's incredible. And what about other fields?
Well, in urban planning, Marco 1 is being used to analyze traffic patterns,
Okay.
optimize public transportation routes,
Mm-hmm.
even predict potential issues.
For like what kind of issues?
Like traffic congestion or infrastructure failures.
So it's helping to create like smarter, more efficient cities.
Exactly. And because it's open source,
Yeah.
city planners all over the world
Mm-hmm.
can access this technology
Okay.
and adapt it to their own needs.
So it's not just limited to like developed countries.
Not at all. It's about making these tools available to everyone.
I like that a lot. Okay, so we've talked about healthcare and urban planning.
Yeah.
What about AI and art?
AI and art. That's a fascinating area.
It is. It's both exciting and kind of controversial.
Right, because on the one hand,
Yeah.
AI can be this powerful tool
Mm-hmm.
for creative expression,
Yeah.
but on the other hand,
There are concerns
yeah,
about AI potentially like devaluing human artistry.
right. Like, is it really art if a machine created it?
Exactly. It's a complex issue.
It really is, but one thing is for sure,
I say.
AI is definitely pushing the boundaries
Okay.
of what's possible in the art world.
In what way?
Well, think about those AI models. That can generate images from text prompts.
Oh, yeah. You just type in a description
Mm-hmm.
and the AI creates a visual representation.
Exactly. These text-to-image generators are opening up all sorts of possibilities.
It's pretty wild what they can create.
Yeah, we're seeing everything from surreal landscapes and abstract portraits
Okay.
to entirely new forms of art.
It's like AI is helping us explore the limits of creativity.
I think so. And it's not just about generating cool images.
Okay.
AI is also being used to analyze and understand art in new ways.
Like how?
For example, researchers are using AI to study the brushstrokes
Oh, wow.
of famous painters,
Interesting.
the composition of classic works of art,
Hmm.
even the emotions that different pieces evoke.
So it's giving us like new insights into the creative process.
Exactly, and the nature of art itself.
It's all about expanding our horizons.
I like that a lot.
Okay, so speaking of expanding our horizons,
Yeah.
remember that AI art Turing test we mentioned?
Oh, yeah, the one where people tried to distinguish between art created by humans
Yeah.
and art generated by AI.
Exactly.
That was fascinating.
What were the results?
Well, a lot of people really struggled to tell the difference,
Really?
which raises some interesting questions.
Like what?
Like, if we can't tell the difference,
Mm-hmm.
does it even matter who or what created it?
Right. Is the process itself more important than the final product?
These are some deep philosophical questions.
They really are.
Yeah, we'll probably be debating those for a long time.
Probably. Okay. So moving on from art
Okay.
to something that focuses on empowering individuals and communities.
Empowerment, that's crucial.
Absolutely. How is AI being used to achieve that?
Well, Stanford University has developed this tool
Okay.
called the AI Vibrancy Rankings tool.
AI Vibrancy Rankings tool.
It basically assesses countries
Okay.
based on various factors related to AI development.
So like what kind of factors?
Things like investment infrastructure talent.
So it's like a ranking system.
It is, but it's more than just a simple ranking. The tool is fully customizable.
Customizable. How so?
So users can adjust the weights of different indicators to reflect their own priorities
Interesting.
and values.
So instead of like a one-size-fits-all ranking,
Exactly.
you get a tool that allows communities to define
Yeah.
what AI vibrancy means to them.
Right. It's about empowering communities to figure out what's important to them
That's really cool.
and then make decisions
Yeah.
about how to best use AI for their specific needs.
It's about putting the power back into the hands of the people.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI,
Yeah.
what are the key takeaways?
Well, I think the most important thing to remember is that AI,
Yeah.
it's not just a technological advancement.
There's more than that.
It's a tool that has the potential to transform our world for the better,
Yeah.
but only if we use it wisely.
We've seen how AI can be used to democratize knowledge, empower communities, spark creativity, and even solve those complex problems.
It's really inspiring to see how far AI has come,
It is.
but it's also crucial to remember
What's that?
that we have a responsibility
Yeah.
to guide its development and make sure that it's used ethically and responsibly.
AI is not some distant futuristic concept.
Right.
It's here, it's now,
Yeah.
and it's shaping our world in profound ways.
And the future of AI, it's not predetermined.
Okay.
It's up to us to shape it into a future that benefits all of humanity.
That's a really powerful thought.
It is.
Well, thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of social impact AI.
It's been a pleasure exploring these groundbreaking projects with you.
And to our listeners, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning,
Yeah.
and keep diving deep into this fascinating world of AI.
Absolutely.
The possibilities are truly endless.